Divine is not here, but I found out that he's with Marie Claire, so I have asked Marie Claire to ask Divine to join online.
Okay. So we're gonna start now. Okay, let's start the journey. Hi, Pramisha, how are you?
I'm doing good, Domenico. How are you? I look tired, but still.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I know now, because now we are gonna discover why Pramisha is so tired.
Yeah.
But first of all, welcome to all. Welcome to our first food travel dialogue. This initiative that wants to go around the world, at least virtually, to discover a food system and also food innovation and chain in agriculture and so on. So today we have with us Pramisha Thapaliya. So Pramisha, welcome to this food travel. And I know that you are in Rome, right?
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay, and
Domenico, for organizing this. It's a great to speak in live with you.
tell us, why are you in Rome there? What's happening in Rome?
Just to travel? No. I'm joking. Okay, hi everyone. Pre-summit of UN Food System Summit is happening here in FAO headquarters at Rome, Italy. So I'm here right now. I'm very happy to speak about it. Although I can't summarize everything right now because closing plenary is happening parallelly. Now it is going on. And we're still about to hear what commitments member states and other stakeholders make. But yeah, we can speak about it, what happened in the last 2 days.
Yes, yes, we are super excited with that. And wow, we have also taken the right moment because it's there. We are closing these 3 days, right, of discussion and dialogues of the Food System Press Summit 2021 it's happening in FAO headquarters. But yeah, these 3 days, what's happened? So we are very curious to know from you inside and so on. You are kind of our special envoy there.
Special envoy of YOUNGO. Yeah, thank you, Domenico, for the question. The pre-summit. Okay, I'm just going to speak very informally because we are YOUNGO, and the pre-summit is going kind of okay. And the series of events before the pre-summit has led to this moment ahead of the main UN Food System Summit in September 2021. As some of you might be new to this, and most of you know, the UN Food System Summit is convened by the United Nations Secretary General to increase the commitments for transitioning our current food systems. Since we are in the call, you know, our current food systems is unsustainable, fragile, weak, vulnerable, and we need to rapidly transition this model to the sustainable food systems. Okay, and then what are young people doing? Young people have been engaged in different capacities within Food System Summit process since the beginning. We have young people as vice chairs of all the 5 action tracks. There are 5 action tracks within the summit. And there are young people within the Champions Network and also various self-organized groups, youth liaisons group, and engaging directly within the action tracks through dialogues, global consultations, and many more. In the summit here, we're all together 8 youth delegates, and we're always running here and there. Yeah, as I already said, I couldn't say about my overall experience right now because closing plenary is happening parallelly right now, and I'm very much looking forward to the commitments made by the member states, other stakeholders, and which coalitions they will launch today. So after this closing plenary, we can have another call and I can summarize the overall experience. However, what happened in the last few days, we had a space to speak in opening plenary, and our representative Ryan Qasim is speaking in the closing plenary today. Our opening intervention was also really strong. Similarly, we're speaking and moderating in various panels, not only among the youths only, but also in intergenerational panel. On Monday, we also organized and spoke in our own youth session, which was quite impactful in terms of the commitment and the way forward. Similarly, since we are in-person summit after so long, it has also been really great to meet different people in person and share the priorities of the young people. Yeah, that's all what is happening. And shall I speak about our priorities also, or what should I talk now, Dominic?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pramisha, for your insight. Yes, you said well. Since a long time, we have like a physical summit. Finally, with a lot of speakers. I had the possibility to a little bit follow online, and I saw that there was a very important speakers to this big event that also is opening the window to other events that was also cited into the pre-summit, the COP and the pre-COP. And how do you feel is the, I don't know, commitment of the decision maker and state towards these great goals also of COP26, pre-COP, and so on? How can you like describe the mood there?
Yeah, as I said, I still can't summarize my overall experience because I need to hear what coalitions will be launched today after the closing session, and if we get the real track in those coalitions, like if our youth priorities align, if all the coalitions launch align with our youth priorities, then we will definitely push them into the other important process like COP26 and other processes. As a youth, we have main three priorities, and these three important priorities came from the longer consultation processes and similar other past process. Our top priority is that everyone everywhere should be able to access healthy, sustainable, and resilient food. And as a youth, we commit that we can make choices every day to eat more sustainable and nutritious diets and strongly advocate for within our communities and also via social media platforms. These are our youth commitments, and we have also asked member states that we are going to ask something to them in the plenary. Second, the priority is that we are ready to support, advocate, and act on the climate and biodiversity actions needed to drive the urgent transformation to our livable future. And third, is our priority is related to the decent employment for young people because livelihoods matter. People working on different components of the food system, many of whom are young people, are among the hardest working, but in many parts of the world, they are the ones paid less than the minimal wage. So our third priority is that we will continue to advocate for fair and decent wages for people working in food systems. These are the priorities that came from the consultation, but I think we also have our another important ask, that is, as you can see, also see, Domenico, we have seen an increased momentum of young people in food system this year, right? But we don't want to let this momentum disappear in the coming years. So important question is how to continue this momentum, leverage the potential of young people in the collective transformation of food systems and achieve the SDGs. So I think we need a formal and institutionalized platform immediately after the summit, where all the young people and youth organizations working to transform the food systems can come together and meaningfully engage in the collective empowerment and also the decision making and policy process. Because it is great that everyone is doing their own job, YOUNGO is doing their own job, MDCY is doing their own job, like other entities are doing their own job, but it is really important to have a space where we all can come and work together um, to formally and in a like formal mandated manner. That is what I think. Yeah, and I think it is really good to interact with our audience here also. So I
Yeah,
see hand
yeah.
raised.
I
Yeah,
saw on rates, but just a minute before, because another guest has joined the session. We have talked of the role of youth and the role also of farmers, and the one important thing is the climate smart agriculture. And so we have with us one of the leader regarding climate smart agriculture. That is Ntiokam.
I'm not sure if he's coming or not because he's in the closing plenary.
No,
So
he's here. He's here. He's here. We have him in the chat. So, Ntiokam, welcome. Welcome to our food travel. Are you there?
he's swing around. I
Yeah.
divine.
Hi, Divine. Can you hear us? If you want to take the floor, even though in the meanwhile, I saw Zong. Dennis that is asking for the floor. So, Zong, if you, in the meanwhile that Divine is trying to connect, you can go ahead and ask your question.
You are muted if you're speaking.
Yeah.
And Zhuang is also muted. Both are speaking at the same time. Domenico, please manage.
Yeah. You can open the microphone, Zong. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Here we
You
are.
get me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm working and I'm intern at Climate Smart Agriculture. The person you are directly trying to get to, Mr. Ntiokam Divine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
intern in the organization. So to me, I think feeding healthily is really good, but there are a lot of challenges, especially in Cameroon here, where most people prefer to go for quantity rather than quality. Where maybe like take for example, tomatoes, they prefer to buy the one that is almost getting bad because it's more cheaper compared to the one that is is fresh and more nutritive. So I think that's one of the aspects that we're facing here as healthy eating is concerned of feeding. And then secondly, another aspect is fraud. You may actually not consume what you wanted to consume due to the fact that maybe the producer have tried to misbrand the product, or they have used unauthorized additives, maybe for special purposes, like which can maximize profits. Yeah, I think that's what I just have to chip in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And yes, one comment about that, Pramisha, what's come out from these points also in the press summit?
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. I think making healthy food and nutritious food affordable and accessible to all is also one of the main priorities. But it depends on what coalition they will launch, and we're really looking forward that if they launch the healthy food coalition or not. So let's keep an eye today on to the outcomes of the closing, so we can move ahead. But I'm really looking forward to the healthy food coalition also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam.
No, you don't call me madam.
We are here with friends. We are in a very informal environment, so we appreciate your, I don't know, kindness, but come on, let's go easy. So, Divine, are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Let me put my video. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much for waiting on me. Sorry, Pramisha will tell you it's very crazy. Yeah, it's very, very busy. But I'm happy to be here. And I think, I just have two things to mention there. The first thing is that we actually made sure that the person living with disabilities were actually very, very strongly highlighted, that they should be involved in the whole food system process. And equally, young people, of course, I'm sure Pramisha must have mentioned about that. And then we equally heard about I'll say they say three C's, but me, I'll say four C's. One C is climate, the next C is COVID, the next C is compassion, we should feel for each other. And then the fourth C is cooperation. So I think if we can actually address all these forces, we're going to achieve and make sure we transform the food system to a more sustainable one. Yeah. And the next thing I want to equally underscore here is that we equally echo the fact that community leaders should be fully involved in the entire process because they are the custodians of the land. So we can't be talking of agriculture or food system transformation without taking into consideration the cognizance of those that actually, at the community level. So that's why we equally thought that highlighting the effect and the impact of community leaders was actually key. There should be key actors and targets within the whole process. Yeah, with that, I want to thank you very much. I don't know if there's something else you want me to say, but the last commitment we actually took at the level of CSAYN from this end was to organize one dialogue per country between the August 1st and the 30th of August. And being in 90 countries will mean that between now and the 30th of August, we expect to have 90 dialogues organized independently. So with that, I want to thank you very much. And yeah, I want to thank all the partners, of course, and equally Margarita from IFA that has been supporting us a lot. ICA, the major group of children and youth, and the bank, the African Development Bank, FAO, all the UN agencies, the UN country teams. We are so excited, and especially, more especially, WFP, Cameroon country team that has been supporting us financially to make sure that some of the dialogues are being administered. So with that, I want to thank you very much. Really, really thank you, and thanks for giving us the opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna step out. Please, I don't know. I think Pramisha is there, but I have to step out for other engagement. Thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.
Thank you to Divine also for finding time in this important event to join us. A pleasure to hear your voice, and congratulations for your commitment and spirit of initiative. Surely take care about the words of Divine. Hi, Ntiokam.
Hi, thank you. Hi.
Hi, please go ahead.
Yes, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is Sadia Lakal from Canada. I represent, I'm ambassador of women in agri-tech and manufacturing of food organic. And yes, my fight journey is how we can educate about the agriculture, and the agriculture is a business, is billion of money. So it's great to educate women and youth through this sector. And I am also initiator of Global Women in Agri-Tech. I'm preparing on next November. This is the message what we want to educate, that we should trade the cause, not consequence. It's the healthy people depend of the healthy of the soil. So very interesting how we can go to see the search or about all the things, how we can get the nature seeds, everything about the soil. This is what I'm looking to prepare this summit and give a dialogue and action, and also to attract women and youth through this sector, because we feed healthy, it's depend of these opportunities. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and also it's great to share with you. This is a vision, but it's nice to prepare and going through the organic nature. We are from nature, and we want to eat on the table something nature. So thank you so much to give me this space.
Thanks. Thank you to you, Ambassador. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. So, Pramisha, if you want to add a few words on.
Thank you, Sadia, for your work and for your comment. And regarding, since we are highly motivated in nature positive production, I think we have separate, like the summit has, not me, summit has a separate action track on the nature positive production. So I think if you can engage directly with the action track, then you can make your voice more engaged with the process. I suggest you to join the food systems community platform and get the updates about what is happening on the different game-changing solutions and the solutions proposed, so that you can have more information and engage directly with them. Similarly, regarding the soil, I totally agree. Soil is the new well, and Dr. Ratan Lal, who has done intensive research on soil carbon sequestration and the importance of soil, is also directly related to one of the action tracks within the summit process. So it is really great to have them. And regarding education to the women, education to the people about these things, and engaging women and youth is also very important. Yesterday also, like in the first session, there was, in the first day, there was a session called Bold Actions for Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment in Food Systems. And then their Rwandan President Paul Kagame called for increased investment to African women farmers and to access the productive resources they need. So member states and other stakeholders are also calling for increased engagement of women and youth. Similarly, one of the gender champion, Dr. Jemima Nuzuki, who is the director of Africa at the International Food Policy Research Institute, also said that how to support women smallholder farmers is one of the key issues that we have to grapple with if we want to make sustainable food systems. Similarly, yesterday in the session, the UN Goodwill Ambassador for IFAD, Sabrina, also said there are 1.7 billion rural women and girls in the world. That is more than 1/5 of all the humanity. So since they are almost half of the agricultural labor force, but they are more likely than men to live in poverty and hunger. So we need more women and young people in these spaces. So everyone is speaking about women and youth, and in also our session, our youth speakers said that food system transformation is a matter of justice between generations, people, and for children and youth of the world, it is really important. So yeah, there is conversation happening, and we are pushing for it, and we are really hopeful that everything that we are speaking about will be taken into the account. So there are conversations happening around the topics that we discussed. Over to you, Domenico. I don't know if I could summarize it all or not, but I'm also just following the specific sessions in the pre-summit as a lot of events are happening parallelly, but still it is good. And regarding the pre-summit, I think on the event, there are events and affiliated sessions, and I found out that affiliated sessions are more interactive than the main sessions itself, because in the main sessions here, there are COVID protocols and all. It could be more interactive, but still it is okay.
Thank you, Pram, and thank you also, Ambassador, for pointing out the important role also of education. I will underline also this point because from education you can start the change. So I saw Lily that want to intervene. Yes, go ahead, Lily.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. This is Lily from Zambia, and I'm excited to be here. But then I heard so much about women and youth. So I wanted to find out from Pramisha if she, what is going on at the pre-food system summit, because I'm looking at a gender-sensitive world at this point where we're involving the men, the women, and the youth. So I wanted to know, is the food system gender bias, or maybe it's just on the women and the youth alone? Thanks.
From what I've experienced, I think that speaking about women and youths, Food System Summit has been more inclusive, and there are like women leaders, like women chairs, vice chairs in the different action tracks and all, and even youths are engaged in the different action tracks and champions network. Because in the previous summit, I have not seen any summit where we can directly go to the secretariat and can say that, okay, I want to work in this, and how do I engage? So I think it is a really good step way forward, and I think it is a really good start, and I think we need to continue this thing in the future summits and other future processes, and make this thing as a minimal optimal like level, because we can't go less than this. So I think it has done quite a good job, but still there are rooms to improve. And as I already said, that many gender and youth champions have advocated for women inclusion and youth inclusion in different processes already. Yeah, but still, if you want to know more, you can follow Food Systems Community Platform and social medias of the Food System Summit.
Thank you.
And I have also shared the latest news of the pre-summit in the chat. Please see it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Pram. We have still few time left, so if there are other questions to Pramisha, let's take the chance. And just to mention that we are at the first stop of this big travel. We're gonna make this video podcast since at least 2 months, inviting different speakers from all around the world. So I saw Nzong again. If you want to add something, yes, go ahead.
I think you're muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you get me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my worry is everybody talking about the youth involving the food system. So like in Cameroon, yeah, the field is very, very underdeveloped, especially at youth are not seeing the opportunities that are there for them to engage in agriculture or food processing. And I'm a teacher of food science and nutrition. So when you want to talk of food science, the only thing they see is cooking inside the kitchen. So I think the career of a food scientist has not yet been defined here in Cameroon. Cameroon has once been Africa's food basket, but it is now food insecure due to many factors, due to limited number of food scientists. So I've been trying by all possible means to create an initiative for young food scientists here in Cameroon. So I equally need partners, like people where they can actually assist maybe in the long run, so that they should really see the food science in the field. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you for your passion. And yeah, that is my biggest worry also, because we have not been able to make agriculture attractive to the young people, because young people don't want to be engaged in agriculture these days, right? They want to do business, they want to go in IT, and they want to do in other sectors, but they don't want to engage in agriculture and food system process. So how to make agriculture attractive to young people is a really good question. And this is also one of the priorities of young people in the pre-summit, to ensure the decent jobs and employments for rural young people. So great job we are doing, and I think the things will change gradually. So let's be hopeful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bram. We have space from one last question intervention. So if anyone has some comment or question that you want to address to Pramisha, let's have the chance. Yes, if no, I make one last question, Bram. My question is, if it has been addressed during the summit, the role of like communication and, for example, access to information for farmers, how they can maybe like be fostered by access to more information regarding climate change, new innovation in agriculture, and so on, and if this topic has been addressed into the food system pre-summit.
It might have been addressed within the different processes, but it doesn't have its own action track or something like that. But we have on like farmers group here engaged in the pre-summit, and I was just there outside 2 hours ago, and there were farmers working together for a closing statement and saying that farmers are the heart of agriculture. And yeah, farmers are working here, and I hope that not only the big farmers, but the smallholder voice of the smallholder farmers also need to be really heard. I went to I also went to the in-between sessions, like the sessions which are both virtual and in person, and there are a lot of farmers represented from Global South in the sessions, and their main ask is to support smallholder farmers, because smallholder farms are those farmers who are the poorest of the poor, but they have really great contribution, not to feed the people around them, but also just to protect the biodiversity and land. So there are conversations happening within the different propositions and within the different action tracks. Farmers are being engaged, but yeah.
Thank you very much. So we'll come to the end of this first video podcast that we had from the pre-summit on Rome, with our super special envoys there, Pramisha and Divine. So guys, thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for followed both here in Zoom, and also I remember into the YouTube channel. I'll share one last time the YouTube link, so you can also share in your social media. And of course, let's wait for the next stop of food travel dialogues, and stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, and bye.
Thank you, Dominica. Bye. Now I'm running to closing.
Bye.